In this video, I'll show you how to stitch together two or more separate videos into one video presentation using Adobe Premiere Pro. I suggest you set up a folder, and inside that folder, put your video. Now, your video should, for this project, be made up of the recording that you get from your app inside of XD, and then the recording that you do to show your user experience design. So I recorded something really quick using XD, put it in this folder, and then I just have a clip here that would represent what you capture with your phone or a camera that has video capability of you going through your user experience designs, meaning your personas, your storyboard, and your paper prototyping. We'll open up Adobe Premium Pro or Premiere Pro. If you don't see it down in your dock area, just go to the magnifying glass up at the very top right hand corner of the screen, type in Premiere Pro, and it should pop up for you. You're going to want to, as soon as you open up, and don't worry if things don't look exactly like what you see here. First of all, get to editing. So if you're on any other tab up here at the top, click on editing, and then you should see these four different panels in here. They may not be populated exactly the same as mine, but that's fine. Then what we're going to do is do a file, new project, give that project a name, save it inside of the same folder as our two or more video clips, and then check these settings out. This is where everything's been working fine for me, so if yours are set up different, you may want to change them to this. Okay, then we'll click OK, and then to get information in here, this is like your starting point, we're just gonna drag and drop. So we'll go to our folder where we had the two video clips, select all of our video clips, and just drag them right into here. And then once we have those, we'll pretend that this is the first one, that I'm using my, instead of paper prototype, a furry prototype. And as soon as you click on it, it shows up in here. This thing works just like a regular video player. I can click the play button.
So for this section of the video, you could pretend that this is your paper prototyping.
And you can actually see this thing full screen by hitting the tilde key. So it's very, very friendly to work with. But the main purpose of this thing is to set the in and the out point of how much of this video you want. So in other words, you get to get rid of any awkward moments or silence, goofiness at the end or the beginning. So let's say that after playing this a few times, I realize it should start like right about here near the very beginning. And then I can click and play it.
So for this section of the video, you could pretend that this is your paper prototyping.
And then
you can have
see
somebody help you out and say when I push
I hit the out right after the word prototyping, and now if I take this video, click and drag down to this section, that is the part of the video that we just made, that little tiny section of it. And you see two components here, and if you get something like this, just click change sequencing. And you can see there is a component of it here in video and a component of it here in audio. So that lets you know if you're really getting down to the nitty-gritty, you could replace audio with other audio that you recorded. Okay, so now let's get another section. So now this time I'm going to go to the little demo that I got from XD. This is just a sloppy, quick demo here, but as you hopefully know already, the whole idea of doing this inside of XD is that you can record your actions navigating through here, but also your voice by enabling voice. So just watch the videos on LinkedIn that were assigned and you'll know how to do that.
Not only get your voice going, but obviously show the user that to go to page 1, you click here. To go to page 2, you click here.
Okay, so I'll set my in there. Set my out there. Drag this down. Now for demo purposes, I'll keep it short like that, but keep in mind, you could grab a section from here to here to use, drag it down, make another section from here to here, drag it down, make another section from there to there. So you could have section after section inside of here of video. About the only concern that you might have is differences in the voice quality or level of the voice. So try a couple little experiments, see how you sound on your phone compared to how you sound using the computer speaker in XD. And you're basically going to get it as good as you possibly can. If you want it to go to that pro level, then you find someone who has it doesn't even have to be that great of a program. It could be GarageBand, but just someone with a decent microphone who knows how to put just the right amount of reverb. But for the most part, the idea is just to get like a YouTube quality video where you're clearly explaining what your program does because of the value of video being so quick and precise and right to the point. Once you have what you need in here and you've tested it, in fact, I'm just going to play it for you across the seam so you can see that there's no pop, click, or anything nasty like that.
Is your paper prototype. To go to page 1, you click here. To go to
so obviously I would want to leave a little bit of pause in my vocal presentation so that it didn't sound awkward like that, but you can see it's very, very clean. Okay, then the last step is to go to File and Export Media, and then this screen pops up. I suggest using this H.264 format here, and then you want video and audio checked. Let's see, what else would you need to be concerned about in here, and then where you're going to go with it. You could just publish it into a folder, but it probably is just as quick for you to go ahead and publish it right to YouTube or Vimeo. You can see there's Twitter, and these are presets right inside Adobe's program. And so I have mine set to go to YouTube. So if you don't have a YouTube channel, obviously you set one up, and I'm sure you can find videos for that on YouTube. Yeah, and then give it a title. Put a little description in there that will show up in YouTube's description area. Add any titles, tags that you want. You get the idea. And then you click on Q, and then what should happen is it'll open up Adobe's Media Encoder. I just got that error saying that Adobe Media Encoder wasn't installed. It is. I can figure that out in a second. But also, you don't really have to use Adobe Media Encoder, I don't believe. I'm going to try it right now without it. The idea with Media Encoder is that it puts it in a queue, puts it in Media Encoder, and then you could keep using this program. But I'm going to because it might be more difficult for those of you using the computers, machines, let's see if we can do it without Media Encoder. Okay, so this time I'm going to go right directly to Export, and it looks like it is exporting. I'll let you know how it turns out. Okay, that worked. So you can go either way. The convenience of using Adobe Media Encoder by hitting Q, or just going right to publish or whatever it was. And then it showed up, because this is short, almost instantly in YouTube. One thing to mention in the settings is mine was set to private, and that's because I've been doing some music stuff that you don't want to see. So this one is private, but you would want to set yours to public so that when you shared that video link with a prospective employer, it would be there. But anyway, this is the video on YouTube, and it...
so for this section of the video, you could pretend that this is your paper prototype.
Given what we had to work with, it's pretty decent audio quality and would definitely get the job done.